Hello and welcome to Tina's Joyful Kitchen. So excited that you are here with me today on today's show. Today we're going to be making smoothies. I'm going to teach you all about the easiest ways to get delicious, nutritious smoothies in your body that you could have for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for snacks, for desserts, whichever you want to do. Let me introduce myself really quick. My name is Tina McDermott, and I call myself the lazy inspirational chef. I'm a speaker and I'm a weight loss coach. I've been doing this for 20 plus years. Oh my gosh, it floors me every single time I say that because I feel like I'm 25. So you do the math. Anyhow, I've been doing this for 20 some years, and this is my love. This is my passion. And there is no place in the world that I'd rather be than right here, right now, teaching you how you can live a life that's full of health, that's full of vibrancy, and that is free from dis-ease, free from the D-I-E, small little T's that are out there. And again, just live a life that's full of joy. So welcome, and let's get started making our first smoothie. You ready? Let's get started. We're gonna make, our first smoothie is gonna be a banana strawberry smoothie. And I just might throw some chocolate in there. I don't know, we'll find out. But you know, before I get into making the smoothies, I kind of want to go over what are the basics of smoothies. What are the basics of smoothies? The basics are you need a liquid. Always start with a liquid because my goodness, if you start with a powder, it'll all get stuck on the bottom of your blender and you don't want that. So always put a liquid in there. Now, we have our choices of liquids. We can do hemp milk. We can do almond milk, my favorite. This is my favorite. It's coconut almond milk. You can do some unsweetened plain yogurt. I don't do the ones with the fruit on the bottom because they load it with sugar. I don't even do the vanilla. They load it with sugar. You want to get the plain unsweetened and then you put your own fruit in it, okay? So that's another liquid you can use, or you can simply use water. So that's the base, and I'm gonna put about a cup of water in here. Remember, I call myself the lazy inspirational chef. Why lazy? Because I don't always measure, and I wanna go quick. That's about a cup. Okay, we're good. And I don't always measure, it's just too much for me. And also, when I call myself the inspirational chef, it's because I want to inspire you to use your flavors. What do you love to use in your life? So we're gonna start with water, and I'll tell you why. Why not almond milk? Because how do you make almond milk? You mix almonds with water and you blend them and you get almond milk. What am I doing here? Water, almonds. Just makes sense to me. Don't need to make, I'll use my almond milk for just drinking if I want it, or my coffee or something. So the next piece that you want to make positive that you have in your smoothie is a very good protein. And let me just run down. You want a liquid, you want a good protein, you want a fruit and or vegetable, and you also want a good fat. I've got them all laid out for you, and I'm going to go through them one at a time. So next I'm going to add the protein. Let's talk about proteins. What are the right kind of proteins that you want in your body? There's a couple of brands here that I have because people always ask me what brands should I use. And you know, use whatever brand you like, but these are the brands that I've used and I know are clean. They don't have any artificial ingredients in them, and they're very nutritious and healthy for you. The first one is Garden of Life, and this one's a plant-based protein. For those of us who are not, those of people who are vegan or vegetarians, they might want to do a plant-based one. Again, nothing artificial in here. Please, I implore you to go through your cabinets if you have a protein powder in there, and if it has any ambiguous words that you don't understand, look them up, because if they're artificial ingredients or artificial sugars or whatnot, you don't want them in your body. They're very harsh on your body. And the other protein that I really just love because it gives a nice creamy texture is whey. It's a nice whey protein from Garden of Life. Another one, now if you are 40, 45 plus, we need extra collagen in our lives. And there's a bone broth protein powder, and this one is full of collagen. We need the collagen to help us build connective tissue It's also really good for our bones. Our bones, our skin, and our stomach, our gut, the entire intestines. Very, very good for you to add collagen. I'm 53, so I am going to opt for the bone broth option today. And this one's a vanilla one, and you just need a scoop. Every single meal should have 15 to 20 grams of protein in it. So if you didn't add a protein, and you just wanted a fruit and vegetable smoothie, then eat a hard-boiled egg with it. Make sure you get your protein with every single meal. Now, if you don't want to do a bone broth protein powder, you could always just buy collagen and throw a scoop of collagen in there as well. Okay, we have our liquid, we have our protein, and next we're going to add in our fruit. I promised you a strawberry banana smoothie. So I've got some beautiful fresh strawberries. Honestly, I typically use frozen because it's much easier to just get them frozen and throw them in there. But they're in season now, and I have these beautiful, beautiful, look how gorgeous they are. The color and everything, they're just beautiful. By the way, when you have red fruits or vegetables, they're full of antioxidants, actually free radical busters called proanthocyanidins, if you really want to know the name of it. So eat the rainbow. When you're eating your fruits and vegetables, make sure you eat all different kind of colors, okay? Because then you're going to get a combination of vitamins and nutrients and phytonutrients and fiber, of course, fiber. So we have our strawberries, and we cannot forget our bananas. Now look, you can use a fresh banana, not a problem. But then I would put a little ice in here if you wanted a little frothier. And instead of doing ice, I get some frozen bananas. I literally peel the bananas, put them in freezer bags, and put them right in the freezer. Make sure you get the air out of the little baggie there, okay? And frozen bananas will make it a little frothier. So we're gonna put about a whole banana in there. Why not? But now we need our vegetables. So what vegetables do you like, and which vegetables do you want in your banana strawberry smoothie? But like, why do you want vegetables? Because you see, vegetables are full of, what did I say? Vitamins, minerals. And kale, green leafy vegetables specifically, is full of something called an ALA fatty acid. And the ALA fatty acid in your liver gets converted to DHA fatty acid, which is an omega-3. Very, very, very good for your brain. Now, something you don't know about me, I had Lyme disease in my 30s, and it affected my brain. So now everything I do is to make sure that my brain is healthy. So one of the things you want to do in your life is make sure you eat 10 to 12 cups of vegetables a day, and eat a lot of kale or green leafy vegetables like collards, mustard greens, Swiss chard. What am I forgetting? Spinach is good, but the kale has so much more nutrition. So you see how I stripped the stem from the kale? This was kale that I ate the other day, and I stripped the stem, and I keep the stems for my smoothies, specifically for my smoothies. Don't throw the stems away. So that's how you do it. You just grab the end of the stem and, oops, there you go. This is a little crunchier, so if you're making a salad, you don't want this in your salad. Save them. You see how I saved all of these? I saved them for my smoothies. Throw it right in there. If you want to throw the leaves in there, by all means, throw them in there. Okay. Next, by the way, if you don't want to do kale or spinach, why not a carrot? Why not some bok choy? What about some cucumber? Throw it in. You need as many vegetables as you possibly can get in your life, and the smoothie is the best opportunity to do that. Now, a lot of people tell me, well, I've got kids and they're not going to eat anything that's green. Don't you worry your pretty little heads over it. You throw in some chocolate. Throw in some chocolate or cacao nibs. You'll see it in the little baggie here. Cacao nibs are real chocolate, no sugar, and you tell your kids that it's chocolate and they won't know that there's spinach in there or kale or whatever. So I'm going to put a little bit of cacao nibs right in there. There we go. Now, if you don't want to get cacao nibs, throw in a half a chocolate bar. This is an 85% chocolate bar that I get from the store, and why not throw it in there? There's like zero sugar in that chocolate bar, but you're getting that chocolate flavor, you're getting the chocolate color, and you can hide the spinach from the kids or the vegetables from the kids, which is a good idea. Finally, we need a good fat. And you know, this goes for every single meal. You need a good protein, you need fruits and vegetables, and you need a good fat. As you can see, I have a plethora of fats out here. And I've said the world is your oyster when it comes to designing your meals. What fat do you want in your meal? This one, I'm gonna put almonds. Now, I have these on my stone because I toasted them. I buy the almonds raw and I toast them right in my toaster oven on a stone bar pan. I love this little bar pan. I love cooking with stone. It makes me feel like a cave woman. And so I toasted them, and the toasting pops the flavor of the almonds. So I'm gonna throw in about a quarter cup. Remember, I don't measure, so I'm just gonna throw that right in. But you know, if you don't have almonds, what about chia seeds, right? What about coconut oil? Let me tell you, coconut oil is phenomenal for you because it's full of, it's antiviral, antibacterial, antimicrobial. You should be eating coconut oil on a daily basis. What about avocado? Why not? Throw an avocado into your smoothie. Absolutely delicious. Toasted walnuts, flax seeds. There's a word about flax seeds I want to say. You can throw flax seeds if you have a Vitamix because the Vitamix will grind those flax seeds very fine. But if you're using something like an immersion blender, it's not going to crack open those flax seeds. And when you eat them, they will not break down in your system and you'll eliminate them the same way. So what you want to do with flax seeds, A, buy them whole, never buy them already ground because they go rancid very, very quickly. Buy them whole, grind them yourself right in your coffee grinder. My husband doesn't even know that I grind other things in the coffee grinder. And I don't care if it tastes a little like coffee because I love the flavor. And then freeze it. So if you can want to grind a whole week's worth, freeze it right away. And by the way, on freezing note, freeze your nuts and seeds or keep them in the refrigerator, especially if the weather is warm, okay? Because the seeds, the nuts, they can go rancid. Okay, so you can do flax seeds, you can do cashews. Oh my gosh, next to almonds, cashews are my second favorite. Okay, or you can do coconut butter, but we're gonna do the coconut butter when we make the pina colada. So there we go, we've got everything that we need, and we're going to put it right on our blender base, and we're going to blend it all up. Okay, I'll be right back. Less than 30 seconds, maybe a minute, something like that. Not too bad. I always use my tamper because, especially with frozen, it's nice to use the tamper to push the food down. And I'm going to show you our delicious smoothie in just a moment. And before I do that, I want a word about blenders. A word about blenders. This is a Vitamix. I am not doing a commercial for a Vitamix. I've had it for 13 plus years. I've replaced one part that cost me $12. Okay. I love my Vitamix. It is the best blender I've ever had, and I have 3 of these canisters. Now, if you don't have a Vitamix, you don't need to get one. You can easily get a stick blender, and it should fit right into a wide mouth mason jar. So you can put all your ingredients, layer them in the mason jar as I showed you, insert this and blend, and then rinse it under the sink and put it right in the strainer. We used that for years before I got my Vitamix. And this Vitamix gets used every single day. No excuses. My husband, he wakes up at 5 a.m. He's out the door by 5:20. He makes his own smoothie. It takes less than a few minutes once you have everything all set up and arranged. So there we have it. We have our banana, strawberry, and surprise chocolate smoothie with a lot of kale in there. And smells delicious, and I cannot wait for you to make your own smoothies and taste how nutritious and amazing that smoothie is. Now what I do is I get these plastic lids, and These plastic lids do not have a seal, so you don't want to throw it in a bag upside down, okay? But you can put them in the refrigerator, and I personally would make 5 smoothies at a time, and every morning I can just go and grab one. My husband makes them fresh every single day. All right, ready for the next smoothie? We're gonna be making a Pina Colada smoothie. Yes, so exciting. You guys ready? And no, there's no alcohol involved, okay? So here we go. We're gonna start, of course, like we did last time. We're gonna start with a base of some water. Look, if you really wanna use your almond milk, go for it. If you really wanna use hemp milk or yogurt, go for it. Water is all you really, truly need. So about a cup of water, there you go. At this point in my life, I think I should be able to measure a cup of water by eye, but who knows. I have frozen pineapples that we put in my mason jar. There we go. My lovely assistant did that for me. And what's next? Protein. Oh, actually, protein was supposed to be second, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. As long as the liquid's in there first, we're good to go. This time I'm going to use a vanilla whey protein. Maybe, maybe not. My scooper thing is down in there, so I've got to get my scooper thing out. There we go. And 1 scoop is 20 grams of protein. Remember, every single meal, you need 15 to 20 grams of a good protein. And it can be a vegan protein. It doesn't always have to be whey or a bone broth or whatnot. However, as I said, if you're 45 plus, collagen, really important. So we're just going to add a little bit of collagen because I decided to use whey. Let's put a little collagen in there as well. Again, good for your connective tissues, good for your intestines, good for everything. So we have our pineapple, we have our protein. We need something green. We need some vegetables. Yes, I could use my kale stems that we used before, and I decided I want to use some spinach for this one. Why not? Why not throw some spinach in there? And again, our frozen banana. You think, does banana really go with Pina Colada? Yes, it does. Okay, so there we go. We got our banana in there. And here's the piece de resistance. Here's the piece that makes this smoothie absolutely amazing. It's something called coconut butter. Coconut butter. There's a couple of different companies that make it. This is Nutiva brand. And basically, it's not just the coconut oil, it's the coconut meat and the oil all ground up together in this wonderful butter-like consistency. And you're gonna get a good tablespoon or 2 of it and throw it right in there. You know, I had a flashback to my mom. She would say, butaju. Butaju means throw it in. I'm Italian, if you haven't already guessed that part with the butaju. So, butaju, there you go. You've got, as I said before, what do we need in our smoothies? We need water, of course, vegetables, fruits, and a good fat, right? Fats, fruits and vegetables, protein. You got that? Every single meal should have that. Let's put the lid on and let's get this thing blended one more time. Here we go. Ready? And I'll be right back. It's ready. Here we go. And now we have our green Pina Colada. There's no hiding this one from the kids, but the flavor is amazing. I do a lot of events, and when I make my Pina Colada, oh my gosh, I have lots of repeat visitors. So there you have it, our Pina Colada smoothie. And for our next smoothie, you ready? This is my signature smoothie. Well, they're all my signatures. I call this blueberry flurry, a blueberry flurry. So let's put this one away. And let's get a clean canister out here. Voila! Got my little clean canister. And I'm going to ask my lovely assistant to come in and grab me some frozen bananas out of the freezer because we need another frozen banana for this one. My lovely assistant, Rose, and my sister. And here you go, Rose. You can put your banana, put it right in there for me, please. So once again, we're going to start with a little bit of liquid, but we're going to put a little less liquid this time because I want to put in some yogurt. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit, maybe a 1/4 cup of water. I might need more, I might need less. You know, as I said, I don't measure, but it's about a 1/4 cup, okay? Everything is, again, in Italian is al occhio, which means by the eye. Figure it out by the eye. So now I'm going to get my, remember, what kind of yogurt is this? Plain, unsweetened yogurt. I also tend to go organic on my yogurt because then I am assured that it is RBGH free, which means recombinant bovine growth hormone, which is a growth hormone that they give to, thank you very much, appreciate you, that they give to the cows to make them produce more milk. And it's genetically modified organisms that are in there. You do not want those in your gut because it will destroy the good bacteria in your gut, which is why when I do dairy, when I eat dairy, I tend to opt for the organic, or the label should say RBGH free. So there we are. We have our liquid in there. And the yogurt has some protein. Let's see. This has in a cup 8 grams of protein, right? 8 grams, my eyes are failing me. Where are we with the protein here? Yep, 6 grams of protein. Not enough protein. What did I say? We needed 15 to 20 grams of protein in each meal. So we're gonna add a little bit more protein to this so that it just tastes amazing. So I'm not gonna do a full scoop. I'm gonna do maybe 1/2 scoop in there, okay? 1/2 scoop in there. And I'm gonna be bad. I'm not gonna do vegetables in this one, but I'm gonna do blueberries. I'm gonna do blueberries. Now, before I put the blueberries in, because I don't know if I remember this restaurant, I think it was called Friendly's, that they had this blueberry flurry. And I figured, you know, we don't always wanna have to have ice cream, but why not make our own flurry fun ice cream, right? So what I'm gonna do is let me mix this up first, and then I'm gonna throw in almonds and blueberries and a little bit of chocolate, but I'm gonna keep them chunky, okay? So I'll be right back. I want the base a little thicker. Give me a moment, one momento. And now I'm going to put in my blueberries, frozen blueberries. So much easier to keep frozen fruit around. And I'm going to throw in about a 1/4 cup of my toasted almonds. And I'm going to throw in my chocolate bar. 85%, hardly any sugar in there. Absolutely delicious. A little bit of chocolate. And I'll be right back. This one you don't want to crunch up too much. You want chunks, okay? That one should be right exactly the way I want it. Yes! So we've got a lot of chunkiness going on in this one. And take a look as I'm pouring. Lots of chunks. And now, if I'd have blended it less, I would have gotten more chunks, but I blended it just a little bit too much. But it's still absolutely delicious. And this is, instead of just liquidy smoothie, it's chewable. You have to chew it, and it is absolutely, absolutely delicious. Again, another one of my famous smoothies that people absolutely love. So there we have it, our blueberry flurry smoothie. So let's see what we have. We have our banana, strawberry, chocolate, spinach. Oh no, that had kale in it, right? And then we have our pina colada that has the pineapples, bananas, coconut butter, and spinach in it. And then we have our blueberry flurry that we just made with the blueberries and bananas. Oh, I didn't put banana in there. I forgot to put the banana. But there you go. You can go back and still throw it in and put the banana in there. It's all good. Life is messy. Just go with the flow. Anyhow, thank you very, very, very much for being here on our smoothie demonstration for the day for our show. And thank you very much for being here. And until next time, namaste. Bye for now, everyone.